First off, if you've never seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut, click off the video right now. Go watch it. Um, this video is gonna be about the movie overall, like the premise, how it ties into society, everyday life, and everything. Um, Hopefully the mic's picking me up clearly. I'm also gonna be doing a little bit of this. It's been a while since I've done this on my channel. It started off with this being the focal point of it, but YouTube is on bullshit with people that indulge. So I kind of toned it down, tried to make other kind of shit, but Eyes Wide Shut. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, click off the video, go watch it. I watched it this year. I'm 25 years old. The movie also came out 1999, I believe. So the movie is as old as me. I had no preconception about the movie. I didn't know what it was about. I just knew it was a Kubrick film. Kubrick made The Shining. The Shining is a movie I saw as a kid, like halfway, and I watched it again, like when I was 20, and it was very like eye opening. It was kind of like the fuck, like I can kind of relate to it, or I can see the message and see how it ties into real life, which would kind of trip me out. But that's besides the point. Eyes Wide Shut. This is spoiler alert. Again, if you haven't watched it, spoiler alert, because it kind of confirmed the shit I already be thinking about real life and day to day things that happen in real life. I'm gonna start off with my perspective, my point of view. I consider myself an alright person overall in regards to like looks, presentation, all this and that. I'm not gonna get all into it. But if you are someone that also relates to that and you see yourself as that, you will see that on a day to day basis, mostly women, because they got something that all men want. um, but if you're an alright person yourself in terms of look, finances, how you are as a person, yada yada, this and that. On a daily basis, you'll see, you know, people of the opposing gender will are on the prowl for some encounters, whether they're single, whether they're fucking in a relationship, married, whatever. That is basically what the movie is about. And it's crazy to see me, I would hypothesize, like, man, most, maybe half of the people out here are on the prowl of, like, wanting to encounter something sexual, like, whether it's a fantasy, you just fucking find someone very attractive that you don't, maybe they're off limits or there's an age gap, whatever it is, you know. A lot of people out here are on that demon time a lot. And it kind of trips you out when you grow up. Like, at least I thought, most people, they're in a relationship, they're married, they don't see other people. But it's kind of the exact opposite of that. And I know for a fact there's a fair share of dudes out here that, like, maybe are doing good for themselves in every subject. Um, and they're kind of oblivious to the fact that these people exist. These from a man's perspective, like women be on the prowl. Um, and in terms of the movie, the woman admits it to hubby, and he's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" and then he kind of gets in his head about it. It's kind of like a regular thing, and shorties will say, I don't, I'm not on this, but their actions say otherwise and shit. And the movie is very accurate with a lot of shit. And then, Diddy and them getting caught up. Fucking, what was his name? Epstein got caught up. I don't even know the full details behind that, but like pedophilia, like bunch of nasty, like sex orgy shit. And it's crazy to think because, like, you'll see that shit in the hood or, like, common neighborhoods. Like, there's orgies going on and, like, underground low key shit. Even going to the clubs, that vibe. It's like all around us. Like, you don't think rich people, the people on top of the world, aren't on the same shit, if not worse. Like, that shit is crazy. I think a lot of the problem is people aren't real with themselves, and a lot of people in relationships that like fantasies are unfulfilled with their partner, and they kind of just like bottle that up. It just like manifests later on, which is a whole nother topic that I'm gonna make a video on when it comes to cougars and milfs and shit. Cause it's wild out here, man. I got a lot to talk about that, but that's beside the point. Yeah, the whole movie's a trip. It's a long one, like 3 hours long, but it's crazy to think like this shit has been going on for decades, probably centuries. Like it's human nature. I think we'll see progress as a society when we actually sit down with ourselves and be honest with ourselves. Cause a lot of this shit is taboo. Like it only makes us worse. At least I believe. Holding that shit and never talking about it, or having any spaces anywhere, like in terms of books, media, to relate to it and just discuss it and get to the bottom of it. There is almost none of that. I mean, at some point there is, but taboo shit is like gray area. And in your mind, and at least my brain, some topics are like kind of shattering a little bit. I've had that happen where it's like, whoa, like it actually hurts my mind to like see the world for what it is, or situations type shit. It'll be like kind of mind shattering. Yeah, that's my like synopsis, I would say, of the movie. There's a whole bunch of like rabbit hole kind of shit that is on there, and I've dove into it. It's believable, but it comes to a point where some of it is just a lot of reach. Like some of this shit could add up, but you don't even really know like if that was in his mind for real. Like whatever concept he was trying to convey to the T. So some shit I feel like is coincidence. Like people are just adding shit up and reaching for the stars. Um, some shit is believable, but then again, you'll never know. Yeah, that's today's episode because I'm getting fried. I'm going nonverbal.